Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, he's now on his way home after what appears to be a successful visit to North Korea. Unlike his last visit there, Pompeo was able this time to get together with the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. CNN's Brian Todd has been following the secretary's progress for us. Brian, he seems to be pretty satisfied with this visit.
Right, Wolf. Mike Pompeo, as always, is couching his visit with Kim Jong-un in very positive terms. But tonight, there are some serious questions being raised, especially about Kim's promise to let inspectors look at a key nuclear test site. President Trump's top diplomat, fresh off a critical meeting with Kim Jong-un in Pyongyang, North Korea, is expressing characteristic optimism about the U.S.'s relationship with the brutal dictator.
It was another step forward, and so this is, I think, a good outcome for all.
Mike Pompeo says Kim Jong-un is ready to allow international inspectors to look at what once was a key nuclear testing site, Punggye-ri. This is where Kim's regime conducted at least 6 nuclear bomb tests, including its most powerful blast in September of last year, a test of a hydrogen bomb many times stronger than the one the U.S. dropped on Hiroshima. But in May of this year, the North Koreans put on a show for journalists, appearing to destroy at least 3 tunnels at Punggye-ri. Days later, U.S. intelligence officials told CNN that's all it appeared to be, a show. Intelligence and arms control officials said those blasts may have been too small to really collapse any tunnels, that portions of the tunnel complex could have remained usable. No weapons inspectors were allowed there at the time to witness the event. Now, months later, analysts wonder why the reclusive dictator, who has never allowed inspectors into his country since taking control from his father, would suddenly change course.
They could have other test sites prepared. The important thing to remember is that this is not one of the core facilities that produced North Korean fissile material, the missiles that deliver nuclear weapons.
Pompeo says he's also hopeful that Kim will also allow inspectors to look at a missile engine test site. But analysts say there's a lot that the regime is still hiding.
North Korea has succeeded in resisting administration attempts to dismantle the facilities that produce the fissile materials for, or the missiles to deliver nuclear warheads. So far, this is a relatively cosmetic step.
Still, Pompeo, emerging from his 4th trip to Pyongyang, says a second summit between President Trump and Kim is, quote, pretty close. Tonight, veteran Korea watchers are torn. Some believe continuing the dialogue between 2 men who say they've developed a personal friendship is positive.
We fell in love.
Others say Kim Jong-un got a lot and didn't give up much at the last summit in Singapore.
It granted Kim Jong-un a lot of legitimacy in the international community. I mean, people saw him taking selfies with the Prime Minister of Singapore, walking around along Marina Bay Sands. It has the effect of sanitizing Kim Jong-un's image in a way that he's not deserving of.
Now, tonight, what analysts are also worried about is that Kim Jong-un is going to keep up this pattern of dodging, weaving, meeting with President Trump and having dialogue, but never really offering a verifiable inventory of the nuclear weapons that he has or the fissile material that he's producing. And they think he may keep this up indefinitely now that President Trump and his team have taken away any hard timelines for Kim to really denuclearize. Wolf?
And as you've reported, he may have as many as 60 nuclear warheads right now. We've gotten other indications that Kim's regime, Brian, could have been hiding something even when they blew up part of that nuclear testing facility back in May. Is that right?
That's right, Wolf. Now, before the regime blew up those tunnels at Punggye-ri that we showed in that piece, that was back in May, according to U.S. officials who spoke to CNN, the North Koreans actually removed some technical equipment from the tunnel complex. That was a sign that the North Koreans were preserving some equipment for future use. We can get ready for more, dodge and weave games like that in the months ahead.
All right, Brian, thank you. Brian Todd reporting.